I have a wife. I have a wife. And therefore we had children. And Matthew, I'm sorry that you have given up the battle against unnatural sexual desires. And you've allowed that to define who you are. But I am not inflicting anything upon you that you have not inflicted upon yourself. To tell you the truth is not to inflict anything upon you. I've listened to you. I'm not like that guy in North Carolina. And by the way, someone did mention to me it is a King James only church, which makes perfect sense. It's King James only fundamentalist Baptist church. I'm not like him. I've listened to you. I've checked out your facts and found you're wrong. But I know what arsenokoites means. I know what malakoi means. I've looked at the original languages. I've looked at the historical sources. Far more deeply than you have. And I'm telling you, your emotions have become your ultimate authority. And you are abusing not only yourself by giving in to your sexual desires, but you are abusing the Word of God. You are abusing the Bible. And I have the honesty to tell you that. And you say, but that hurts me. When the doctor tells you you have cancer, that might hurt you, but you need to hear that. You need to know that so that you can take steps to do something about it. It is not love for someone to lie to them about their real situation, their real state.
There is nothing in the Bible that indicates that Christians are called to perpetuate that kind of pain in other people's lives, rather than work to alleviate it, especially when the problem is so easy to fix. All it takes is acceptance. The Bible is not opposed to the acceptance of gay Christians or to the possibility of loving relationships for them. And if you are uncomfortable with the idea of two men or two women in love, if you are dead set against that idea, then I'm asking you to try to see things differently for my sake, even if it makes you uncomfortable. I'm asking you to ask yourself this: how deeply do you care about your family? How deeply do you love your spouse? And how tenaciously would you fight for them if they were ever in danger or in harm's way? That is how deeply you should care. And that is how tenaciously you should fight for the very same things for my life, because they matter just as much to me. Gay people should be a treasured part of our families and our communities. And the truly Christian response to them is acceptance, support, and love. Thank you, and thank you to everyone for coming tonight.
The question that was not asked is, how much do you love God? How much do you love His truth? And how much will you allow Him to define His own creation? Because what Matthew Vines has done is, in his rebellion against God, he has chosen to rebel against God's creative order, and then to blame everybody else for the resultant pain and suffering that his own capitulation to his sexual desires has brought into his life. Acceptance, indeed, of what, Mr. Vines? Of a completely different moral and ethical system that would allow you to salve your conscience, but in the process to destroy yourself and anyone else that you would bring into that rebellious relationship. We have now spent at least 5.5 hours, I think that's correct, responding to an hour and 5-minute video. And I know there are some of you that would rather I talked about Dave Hunt's new book or something else. But this is the issue of our day. It's not because this is the most important issue in the Bible. It is because this issue is defining the cultural rejection of any kind of moral or ethical sanity. And that's why it's important. And that's why we need to address it.